In this video, you will learn how to create ledgers in Tally. So what are ledgers? A ledger holds record of transactions, which causes an increase or decrease in the value of that ledger. So for example, a cash account ledger records all cash receipts and cash payments. As you can see on your screen, there is a cash ledger, which contains an opening balance of Rs 89,500. So this opening balance has been taken from the previous year balance sheet. We need to record same information in Tally. So, apart from cash ledger, we need to create the following ledgers in Tally. So, how do we create those ledgers? Let's find out. Open Tally. You can see that the company which we created in previous video, its name is displayed over here. So it's mean this is the current company, which is selected, and on which we are working. To create ledgers, you need to select the option Accounts Info, navigate on the option and press Enter. Then select the option Ledgers. And select Create, which is under Single Ledger. Ledger creation screen will appear. The name of the screen will be displayed on the top left corner of the screen. So now let's create the first ledger, which is the capital account. So, the name of the account is Owner's Capital. So in the name field, you need to type the name of the ledger which you're creating. Press Enter to highlight the next field. In the field alias you can provide an alternate name for your ledger, and it is an optional field. So if you do not wish to provide an alternate name, then you can skip this field. So for this example, I'm not going to enter any alternate name. So I'll press Enter and move to the next field. For the field under, you need to specify the group of the ledger that you're creating. You can select the group from the list of groups which is available on the right side. So what is a group? A group, and define the type of ledger that you are creating. For example, if I am creating a ledger for meta deposit, then I need to select the group as deposits. And if I am creating a ledger for a bank account, then I need to specify the group as bank accounts. Similarly, there are groups for every type of ledger. For purchase account, you'll need to specify the group as purchase account. Now, for the owner's capital account, we need to select the group as capital account, which is selected by default. So I don't need to change the value over here, so you just press Enter key. The remaining fields are not relevant for this ledger, so just skip them. Now in the field Opening Balance, you need to provide the opening balance amount. Let me enter the amount. And press Enter. So when you press Enter, as you can see that the amount is sufficed with the letter CR. Capital is in liabilities to the business. And usually liabilities contains credit balance. Therefore, Tally has selected the appropriate type of balance as credit balance. Press the Enter key again. Tally will promptly to save the ledger creation. Alternatively, you can press Ctrl+A to save the ledger creation. So I will just save this ledger creation. Alright, so we just created one ledger with its opening balance. Now we can continue to create other ledgers. You can press the Page Up key to view the ledgers which you have created. So if I press the key Page Up, it will display all those ledgers which are existing, and you can see that the owner's capital account is also present over here. So in case if you want to make any changes to this ledger, then you can make changes and save the ledger again. And if you press the Page Down key, it will take you to the new ledger creation screen. So just remember that case Page Up and Page Down is used for navigation across ledger creation. Now let's create the remaining ledgers. What we will create it in another way. Press the Escape key to come out of the ledger creation screen. Tally will prompt you before exiting. Press the letter Y. Now, from these options, select the option Create, which is under Multiple Ledgers, and press Enter. Notice the name of the screen, Multi-Ledger Creation, which means that we would be able to create multiple ledgers at once. Let me show you how to create multiple ledger. For the field, under Group, select the group as All Items. Now type the name of the first ledger. The ledger Shivem Enterprises is related to a seller, and all sellers are grouped under Sundry Creditors. Therefore, select the group as Sundry Creditors. Let me just type the name of the group. Sundry. OK, and select it. And enter its opening balance. Notice that the balance type is automatically selected by Tally. Now press Enter. The Bill-wise details screen will appear. Do you need to specify the bills for which due amount of rupees 15,000 is accumulated? So, suppose if this amount of rupees of 15,000 is due for 2 invoices, then I need to enter those invoice information over here. So one of my purchase was dated on 23rd of March in 2019, which is a period from previous financial year. And the bill number was bill number 101. And its due date was 4th of April 2019. Which is a period from current financial year. And the bill amount was rupees 10,000 rupees. Alright, so I have one more bill which due and it was dated on 28th of March 2019 and the number was bill number 102. And the due date, I can either specify a due date or due days depending on the agreement between the buyer and seller. So for this bill I was provided with 15 days as due days. So I'll just enter 15 days as due days. OK, you can see that the due date is also automatically calculated. Entering all this information is not required, but it is a good practice and for the sake of learning and showing you all these things, so now keep pressing enter until you come out of this screen. Now you can create the remaining ledger. I just enter the information about remaining ledger. Pay special attention to its group, see how each group is related to its respective ledger. So, after entering all this information, press Ctrl A to create these ledgers. So this is how you create multiple ledgers. But the one more ledger needs to be created. So, we did not create the cash ledger, if you remember. The reason is that the cash ledger is created by default when you create the company. And besides cash ledger, the ledger profit and loss account is also created by default. But we need to update its opening balance information. So to do so, press the Escape key and come out of Multi-Ledger Creation screen. And select the option Alter and press Enter. From the list of ledger, select the cash ledger. Highlight the opening balance field with the mouse cursor and enter the opening balance amount. And save the ledger. So at this point all the ledgers are created with its opening balance. So now let's see if everything is entered properly or not. To check everything is entered properly or not, go to Gateway of Tally. Press the Escape key until you reach the Gateway of Tally. At the Gateway of Tally, select the option Balance Sheet. OK, now press Alt F1 to expand the details. So you can notice that all the ledgers are created properly with its respective opening balance. You can compare the amount figure from the previous year balance sheet with the figure from this balance sheet. So with this exercise, you learned how to create ledgers in Tally. So in the next video, I will show you how to modify an existing ledgers in case if you have made any mistakes. Or in case you want to delete the ledger completely.